it's me again. Listen. It's so quiet. I changed my smoke detector batteries. Kind of miss them. They kept everything live and cracking. Kept it going, you know? So, yeah. Life has been interesting thus far. I feel like I'm in a good space. I feel like everything that's been happening, it's been meant for me. I've changed my major twice within like 2 weeks. I'm very indecisive. Actually within a month. So I'm on option number 3. It's between option number 3 and option number 2. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but something gotta give, for real. Something has to give. So it's the holiday season, and you know Christmas is next week. So I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about. So I wanted to introduce you to Dish It Out Donnie, and what we do is we just talk, y'all. I'm dishing it out. Whatever comes to this head of mine, it's released to y'all, and we just gonna talk about it. Holidays are not easy for everybody, and some people, to them, when they hear people say that, they're like, why wouldn't the holidays be like easy? Like, what would make the holidays so difficult? And it takes going through some things for you to like really understand and to be able to relate to it. Like my mom. If you didn't know, my mom passed away July 20th, 2019. So it's been a year and some change now, and it's been hard. I'm figuring out this life thing, and I feel like she was like the biggest asset in my life. So it's hard trying to figure out how to do life without her. It's hard. So the holidays especially are difficult. She had made it very special for my sisters and I. She would go above and beyond, and always she would do everything in her power to make the holidays worth it and worth celebrating, you know. And a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people have not or have not been able to experience that yet. You have the rest of your life, and I pray that you have somebody who's able to make the holidays mean something to you, you know? So that's my prayer to y'all. But holidays are hard, and so remember to just be kind to people, spread love, and there's different ways to get through it. First, let me tell you, grief, it does not stop. You do not stop grieving the moment, the day the funeral is, you know? A lot of people think that there's a time that you could put a time or an expiration date on grief. You can't. People grieve in different ways, and grief does not look the same for everybody. You can't tell somebody how long to grieve. The holidays especially are the hardest times. Birthdays, big milestones like graduations and things like that, of that sort. It's hard. So be kind, and I'm gonna put it into perspective what it feels like losing a loved one and having to celebrate the holidays without them there. I feel like this right here will help some people who have not experienced it understand and be able to empathize with those who are going through it. So to put it into perspective, think about you're making your favorite dish. So what's something I like to eat? I like to eat chicken pot pie. I love me some chicken pot pie. But this ain't gonna be about comfort food. I think I'm gonna make some soon. Chicken pot pies are so good to me.
Sis,
but
stop losing focus.
I'm gonna do chicken pot pie. I'm gonna say cookies, because I like cookies, right? So I'm making some chocolate chip cookies, right? And I mixed it, I made the cookie dough, I put them in the oven. They came out, they look perfect. So I'm sure they're gonna taste good. I go to eat it, and I eat it, and it's like, wow, this is missing something, you know. So I give it to my sisters, I give it to my uncles, my aunties, my cousins, my grandparents. I give it to everybody, and they taste it, and they're like, this is a really good cookie. It's just, it seems like there's something that is missing, there's something that's not there. So you go and you try it again. So you make the cookie dough, you add your secret ingredient, and let's say this time it's, I don't know, like it's something special. So you put your secret ingredient in there, and you put it in the oven, you close it, you take them out, you let the cookies rest and cool, and you go to eat it. And you're like, wow, this cookie is really good, it's just right, it's perfect, right? So you pass it along, let other people try it, and they're like, Diana, what you did? Why is this cookie, like, there's something, the first one you did was good, but it was missing something. This one's just right. And you eat the cookie and everything, and they're just hyping you up like that cookie was the stuff, honey. That's what it's like with the holidays. Like, it's good, you're going through it, everything comes out fine, but it's missing something. And that something just so happens to be the loved one that passes away. So before they passed away, you're like, wow, the holidays are just perfect, it's amazing, it's just everything I could dream of, it feels right, everything's just right. And then now you're going through the holidays without them there, and you're like, well, it's still good, I'm still able to enjoy it, but it's missing something. And to put it into perspective, that's what it feels like to have to do the holidays without a loved one. And it hurts, and it's sometimes you just question, like, God, like, why me? But I found solace in the scripture, which was a scripture that I actually that my mama repeated the whole time as she was in going through what she was going through. She repeated, you know, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And when I think about the holidays, I like to think about it in that aspect, to look at it through that, and I remind myself of the scripture, and I read it, and I let it, I said, marinate in my soul. I like to think about it because, I mean, I'm here, I'm doing it, and it's nobody but God, because there's times when I think about it and I'm like, how am I gonna get through it? I can't do it, I can't do this, and I'm like, I can do it because God gives me strength, and I know I can do all things through Him because He gives me the strength to do it. So if you feel like you cannot make it through this holiday season, you can. And I know it's easier said than done, but I'm telling you, like, I know, I don't like saying, like, I know how you feel, because I don't, but I've been in a situation similar. And yeah, I remember just crying all last Christmas, the whole day, on and off crying. Same with Thanksgiving last year. It was the year first. She passed away, and it was only a couple months from the time she passed away. So like Thanksgiving was a couple months since the day that she died. Same for Christmas. So it was all still very fresh. I mean, it still is fresh, and it still feels like it happened just yesterday. But yeah. So I look back and I'm like, I thought I couldn't get through those holidays, yet here I am. And it wasn't me. I didn't get through it by myself. It was God that helped me get through it. Try to surround yourself with family. Try to do something that how can I put it? You want to do stuff that makes you happy, but in a healthy way. You don't want to harm your body while doing it. Don't do anything that could cause you harm in the future. Sit and feel everything, every emotion. There's gonna be so many emotions coming through. Sit and feel everything. Don't try to just brush it off. Don't try to, because it's gonna catch up with you, and it's gonna catch up, and you're gonna end up releasing it on somebody who it was not meant to be released on. You're gonna bottle it in, bottle it up, and then it's gonna compress, and then next thing you know, you're gonna explode, and you're gonna let it out on somebody who was not even trying to hurt you, or who's not deserving of what it is that you released on them. So feel everything you need to feel, get it out, journal. I've noticed journaling helps me a lot, because sometimes you don't know what you want to say. Write everything you feel down. You don't write your day down, right? I sometimes I even write the time. At this time, it's December 19th, 4:18. I felt like this, and because I felt like this, because so write it down. Try to think about the good times that you had with that loved one. So these are just the little things, some small things. I couldn't think of everything. I mean, with Christmas being next week, of course it's gonna come to me, but these are just some things that helped me get through the holiday seasons last year. Just some of them. Like I said, I couldn't. Let me tell you. So and I was gonna put this in another video another time. When my mom passed away, one thing that happened is my memory. And it wasn't just my memory, it happened to my sisters as well. When she passed away, from the day that she passed, my memory went blank. Like, I cannot, and it's still, like, to an extent, I cannot remember certain things. And I don't know if it was like a coping mechanism where I just tried to erase everything, but some things I just cannot remember. As far as, like, I remember when she passed away, that whole week that it was a lot of adjustments, and I couldn't remember, like, small things, like if I brushed my teeth. So I would go back and I would brush my teeth over and over again because I just couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if I, like, leaving out the house, if I locked the door. So I would go and I would pull out and I would come back in the driveway and check, and the door was locked. I just couldn't remember if I locked it. Things like wearing deodorant, I couldn't remember if I had put on deodorant. So I would go and put on deodorant again and keep putting it on because I just couldn't remember. So as far as, like, the things that I would do, that's why I really just cannot remember a lot of the things. But when it comes to me, I'll write it down. Yeah, that's about it. And that wraps up this video. So I hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait to share this with y'all. So yeah, later. Oh, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video to a friend. And until next time.